We've recently set up the self-service program on your MacBook to allow you the ability to install printers throughout the school district. This should help with staff that travels around from building to building, as well as teachers who need to print to copier workrooms. So we'll demonstrate getting into self-service as well as installing a printer, setting up your user code, and all that fun stuff. So to start with, if you press the F4 key on your keyboard, F4 should bring up a listing of your Launchpad, and within this you should see an item called self-service. You may have to, like I have 5 different screens here, so you may have to scroll between the screens one direction or the other, but self-service should be one of the items on your MacBook. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. It'll pop up and you're going to log in with your computer credentials, so the computer ID and your computer's password ID. My ID is a little bit different than everyone else's, but for most people it'll just be your first initial and last name. Mine's a little bit different, so I'm going to log in with my password. Once I'm here, I'm presented with all the printers or applications that we're pushing out to your specific MacBook. For most staff that's receiving this video, you'll pretty much have every printer that's available within the school district at your disposal. To give you a little background on our naming conventions for these printers, we'll take this one as an example right here. So Gull is obviously Gull Lake, HS is obviously high school, MS middle school, KE Kellogg, etc. The next several digits are the room number or the room location. This would be a gateway hallway printer here. The next digit here, the B, would be for a black and white printer. M here would be for a multifunction printer, so scan, copy, fax. And then down here we have a C. This would be a color copier or color printer. The next several digits indicate how many printers. Most of them will be 01, as we typically will only have one printer or copier within a room. For our example here, though, we're going to use the Gull Lake High School Room 1401 Workroom Multifunction Copier. Simply click on Install. Give it a second. And it will install the copier for you. However, once it's installed, we still need to set up our user code for those copiers that require those. If you're just adding a printer like in a lab or something like that doesn't require user code, you don't have to do these following steps. You're ready to print at this point. But if you need to print to a copier, you're going to want to follow the additional steps. So once the printer's installed, I can close self-service at this point, and I am going to go into my browser. I'm just going to go into Chrome, and anywhere here I'm just going to do a file print just to start the printing process. And I'm going to change my copier or my printer in this particular spot to be the multifunction printer we just installed. So it's room 1401 M01. And once that's selected, I'm going to change this to print using system dialog. And if we notice here, it actually went back to the prior printer, so I'm going to switch that again back to the 1401 multifunction printer. Now these steps, as we go through these, once we do this first time, we can save these as a preset, so then the next time we go to print, we just select that preset and we don't have to put all this information in again. So now that I have a multifunction copier selected, I'm going to switch layout here to job log. Now I'm presented with the options for my user ID. This is just your computer ID. So for me, I'm just going to say T. Newsmer. I'm going to switch normal print to locked print so that when I go to the copier, it's going to ask me for the code so that my document will print when I'm at the copier for confidentiality purposes. So locked print. For password, I'm going to enter my 5-digit copier code. I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that. And I'm going to enable user code. And again, I'm going to enter my copier code, the one that I enter at the copier when I go to print. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for this example, once that's completed, I'm going to go up here to presets, and I'm going to save current settings as a preset. I'm going to call it user code, so I can just select user code the next time I need to print to this copier, and I'm going to apply it to all my printers or copiers that will accept this method. Hit OK, and that's it. I can hit print, and I'm good to print at this point. I can't think of anything else you need to do at this particular screen. If you have any questions or comments, please create a ticket, and we'll try to get with you and assist you as quickly as we can. At this point, you should be able to print. Go to the copier, enter your access code, and receive your print job. Have a good day.